Good morning, student. Today we are going to do the question and answer and the last phase of the snake and the mirror, written by Wako Muhammad Bashir. So as I told you, he is a writer who had thrown humor, he had mixed humor, he had mixed suspense in his story, and that's why his drama and stories are liked by the common people. And he had become a very famous storyteller. He is a very famous writer. The Snake and the Mirror is a beautiful short story written by him. It sparkles with Bashir's wit and humor. It has all the elements of a good short story. There is a suspense here, there is a drama here. Bashir's native talent as a storyteller is evident here. We, like the listener, read the story, holding our breath till the narrator reaches the end. Now, as I told you, this story is of a homeopathic doctor who was very arrogant. Why? Because he used to think that he is the most handsome and presentable person in this world. Now, he is discussing, children, with his friend about a snake. So, a few friends, they were discussing snake. One of them was a homeopathic doctor, and he is a narrator of the story also. He told the story how a snake once coiled itself round his arm. He lived in a small rented room. It was an outer room. It was wall faced the open yard. It had two windows. It had a tiled roof. The tiled were supported by gables which rested on the beam over the wall. The rat frequented the room from the beam. The room was not at all electrified. That means it has no electricity. Now, in that room, rat also had shared that room. So hearing familiar sound, he always used to hear familiar sound of those rats. One hot summer night, he returned to his home after having a meal at the restaurant. When he opened the door, he heard a familiar sound from above. He lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. He took off his black coat, white shirt and dirty vest. Now children, here the writer intentionally had wanted to make some humor, so he had given the word dirty vest. Vest is an undergarment. Okay, so his coat was clean, his shirt was clean, but his undergarment was very untidy, and he hung them up. He sat down on the chair. There was a large mirror on the table. Looking into the mirror, he started admiring his face, since he was a lover of beauty. So he looked into the mirror. He looked a close look on his face. He decided to shave, and children, he took his decision. That day he took an important decision that he will look more handsome if he would shave his face daily, and secondly he would have a thin mustache. So this decision was taken by that homeopathic doctor. He smiled while looking into the mirror. It was a charming smile. He took another decision. He would have always keep that charming smile on his face to look more handsome. A lovely thought came to his mind. Suddenly he got up and paced up and down the room. And then a lovely thought came to his mind, that to whom he would marry. So he would marry a rich girl who should be a doctor, and she should earn a lot of money. His wife must be fat, that when he committed some silly mistake and needed to run away, she might not be able to run after him and catch him. Appearance of the snake. Children, he was engrossed in his thought. He again occupied his seat in his chair. Suddenly he heard a thud sound which came behind him. Before he could understand anything, he saw a fat snake wriggling over the back of the chair and landed on his shoulder. Then it slid from his shoulder and coiled around his left arm above the elbow. Its hooves were spread out, and its head was hardly 3 or 4 inches away from his face, motionless as a statue. Now children, he did not move. If he will move even a few inches, or children, the snake would definitely bite him, because it was only a few distance away. But his mind was very active. He knew that even if he will speak, he will move, he would be bitten by the snake. Okay, so death lay 4 inches away, but he could do nothing. He started praying to God. God has come in the form of a snake, because he was a very arrogant person. He used to talk rudely with others. He only used to think about himself, and then suddenly he promised himself to a God who he believed stood in the form of a snake, that he would never believe, he would never say anything rude to others, he would be polite to others, and secondly, he would never be arrogant. Suddenly, when he was saying his prayer to God, in his mind, he felt the snake has left his arms, which was coiled around the arm, and he was seen that he was moving towards the mirror. The snake moved toward the mirror and started looking at his reflection. Here again, children, the writer has thrown light on humor. He thought the homeopathic doctor, when he saw snake looking at his mirror, he's smiling. He thought the snake must also be thinking about his look. How can he improve his look? Will he put vermilion bindi on his forehead, or some eye shadow, or how he would look more better? And he smiled when he had this feeling in his mind. Okay, so the snake unwound itself from his arm and slowly crept into the table and moved towards the mirror. When he was looking at the mirror, this thought came to his mind, that snake must also be thinking that how he would look more handsome. Breathless rest. He got up from the chair and quietly went out through the door. Once he was in the veranda, he leapt into the yard and ran as fast as he could. He ran and ran till he reached a friend's house. Next morning, accompanied by his friend and one or two others, he came to his room to move his things from there, but there was hardly anything left for his to carry. Some thief had removed most of his things except his dirty waist. So again, the writer has thrown humor here. He wanted to tell the thief has thrown his thing, but he had not taken away his dirty waist. Well, so now children, we have I've told all the important points, and now we are going to discuss today's, we will be discussing question answer, and we will be discussing all the important question answer from the lesson, short, long and MCQ type. So first, children, important textual question answer. So the discuss in pair and answer each question below in a short paragraph, 30 to 40 words. So your answer should be in 30 to 40 words. The sound was a familiar one. What sound did the doctor hear? What did he think it was? How many times did he hear it? So when and why did the sound stop? The doctor heard a familiar sound. He thought it to be the sound of some rats. The doctor heard it 3 times. He thought that some rats on the beam might be doing it. The sound stopped. He lit a bidi and paced up and down in the room. Then he took his seat in the chair in front of the table. What 2 important and earth-shaking decisions did the doctor take while he was looking into the mirror? The doctor took an important decision of shaving daily. He would grew a thin mustache to look more handsome. And the earth-shaking decision was to keep an attractive smile on his face. He desired to marry a fat and rich woman doctor who could not run when he will do something silly. When he will make some silly mistake, she would not run after him. Question number 3. I looked into the mirror and smiled, says the doctor. A little later he says, I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. What is the doctor's opinion about himself? When he first smiled, he smiled again. In what do his thoughts change in between, and why? This is the question. Now the answer is, when the doctor first smiled, he thinks to be attractive and handsome, as he was still an unmarried doctor. His attractive smile will help him to look more handsome and pretty. In the second instance, the snake had overpowered his arms. He was losing all his strength. Death was before him. There was no medicine with him. He thought himself a poor wretched fellow. A feeble smile of helplessness came out from his mouth. He at once thought of God and his presence. He felt a great change in his views, because a man is a poor thing before a danger. He becomes helpless like him when there is some frightful incident. My second question. The story about a frightening incident is narrated in a humorous way. What makes it humorous? So the kind of person the doctor is, he really loves to have money. The kind of person he wants to get, he wants to be, he is very caring about his appearance and his ambitions and children. So he wanted to marry a girl who should be a very fat, so that she could not catch him when they run. He thought, children, he was an arrogant person. He always used to admire his look. He always used to think how he would look more handsome. Okay. So the story is very humorous when he dreams to marry a fat woman. But when he is actually in the midst of an extreme situation, he realizes that only a thin man can run a race like him at the time of need. Secondly, the doctor had maigre articles with him. The rascal took them away, having a dirty vest. On one side, he wants money and material, but on the other side, he realizes the little worth of his vest even. The doctor is a man of possession. Having a little practice, he wants to be an ambitious person. He longs for wealth, health, beauty and money. He wants to be handsome with an attractive smile on his face. All things vanishes away when he put in a deep danger. Then children, the other humorous thing is the doctor desired to marry a fat woman. She must be an attractive lady. Doctor, she should be wealthy and prosperous. She must be a fat woman so that she could not catch when the doctor ran. In the end, one can see all his dream dashed to the ground. He neither gets a wife nor money even. He remains bachelor and has to spend his life on his available resources. When he looked into the mirror, varied thoughts overpowered his mind. His desire to make his presence felt by others. He dresses his hair to look straight and neat. He decided to shave daily and grow a thin mustache to look more handsome. He wishes to have an attractive smile on his face. Being a bachelor, he decided to look more pretty. Then he desired to marry a fat and rich woman doctor. But all his thoughts are gone when the snake falls on the ground like a rubber tube. It lands on his shoulder and coils on his left arm. He petrifies with fear and turns like a stone. He feels the presence of supreme power. His arms start losing its strength. He realizes a throbbing pain. Death lurks over his head. He considers himself to be a poor fellow. So all these facts create humor in the story. They represent and differentiate dreams with the reality. A man looms on the high peak, but when there is a reality, there is a reverse gear. He realizes the actual position and thereby his mistakes, though thoughts get changed. Now, so this was from the book Textual Question. Okay, now children, I will be doing some important question, short question for explanation. Which question came from the homeopathic doctor? He questioned the audience if they had been ever coiled by a snake round any part of their body. Who were the sharers in the doctor's room? The rats were the sharers in the doctor room. Why could the doctor not afford a well-furnished room? It was because his earnings were very less. Okay. It was a book on homeopathic named Materia Medica. How many times did the author hear the sound? The author heard the sound thrice. How did he try to keep himself handsome? He will keep himself by growing thin mustache and shaving daily. What he will offer? Why he will offer an attractive smile? He will offer an attractive smile to look more handsome and more presentable. Now children, short answer type question. The doctor house. Describe the doctor house. So the doctor house was a small one. It was not electrified. There were not many things in the room. The roof was tiled and that rested on the beam over the wall. The room had the window with one wall facing the open yard. The doctor, second question, number 2 children. It's an important question from the sample paper. The doctor heard a noise. Who was making the noise and why did it stop suddenly? There were many rats in the room. They were making a noise. Then suddenly a snake appeared and all the rats vanished at its side. So the noise of the rats stopped suddenly. What two important decisions did the doctor take while he was looking into the mirror? The first important decision which the doctor took was that he would try to look more handsome. For this, he would shave daily, grow a thin mustache, and keep an attractive smile on his face. The second decision was that he would marry a fat but rich woman doctor. Question number 4. What happened to the doctor while he was sitting in his chair? While the doctor was sitting in the chair, the snake landed on his shoulder, then it slid from his shoulder and coiled around its left arm above the elbow. Its hood was spread and its head was 3 or 4 inches away from the doctor's face. After returning back from the restaurant, how did the doctor conduct himself? This is question number 5. So student, one hot summer night, the doctor returned to his room after having his meal at the restaurant. When he opened the door, he heard a familiar sound from above. He lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. He took off his black coat, white shirt and dirty vest and hung them up. He sat down on the chair. There was a large mirror on the table. What did the doctor do to look himself handsome? There was a mirror in his room. The doctor looked into the mirror. He looked a close look on his face. He decided to shave daily and grow a thin mustache so that he may look more handsome. He smiled while looking into the mirror. It was a charming smile. He took another decision. He would always keep that charming smile on his face to look more handsome. What was the thought that struck in the doctor's mind? Suddenly the doctor got up and paced up and down the room. Then a lovely thought came to his mind. He would marry a rich lady doctor. His wife must be fat so that when he committed some silly mistake and needed to run away, she might not be able to run after him and catch him. How did the snake make its presence feel to the doctor? The doctor occupied his seat in the chair. Suddenly he heard a thud. Before he could understand anything, a fat snake wriggled over to the back of the chair and landed on his shoulder and coiled around his left arm over the elbow. Its hood was spread out and its head was hardly 3 or 4 inches away from his face. What made the doctor utter death love 4 inches away? As the doctor was under the complete grip of the snake, so he sat motionless as if he was a statue, but his mind was very active. He knew that the snake would bite him at his slightest movement. Death lurked 4 inches away, but he could do nothing. Suddenly the snake turned its head. It looked into the mirror and saw its own reflection. When did the snake free the doctor and how? When the snake was looking into the mirror, it saw the reflection in it. It suddenly freed the left arm of the doctor and slowly it fell into his lap. Then it leapt on the table and moved towards the mirror. It was viewing itself in the mirror. After the snake had spread the doctor, what was there in his mind? When the snake left the doctor, he got up from the chair and quietly went out through the door. Once he was in the veranda, he leaped into the yard and ran as fast as he could. He ran and ran till he reached a friend's house. Next morning, accompanied by his friend and 1 or 2 others, he came to his room to move his things from there. When the doctor was petrified due to the overpowering of the snake, how did the doctor feel? Children, the doctor, by now the snake had coiled its arm. It had spread out his hood at his face. At slightest movement, the doctor knew the snake would bite him. That might cause his death. He sat like a stone, he sat like a statue. He felt the great presence of the creator of this world and this universe. God was there before him. He thought to give him punishment. He thought to ride outside his heart, oh God, and he promised God that he will not be arrogant. From now he would behave properly with others. What did the doctor feel when the snake looked into the mirror? When the snake was overpowering the doctor, he forgot every other thing. By chance, the snake turned its head. It started looking into the mirror. It saw its own reflection. The doctor felt that the snake was looking into the mirror. It was definitely admiring its beauty, appearance, and forehead. What was done by the doctor after arriving at his friend's house? After arriving at his friend's house, the doctor ran breathlessly. Then he applied oil all over his body and he took a bath. He changed his clothes and all his fears were gone from his mind. But the incident was still looming and coming before his eyes and mind. In fear, he slept at his friend's house in the night. So at night he went and he slept into his friend's house. He was so scared. Now my short last question is, why did the doctor move away his bellowing from the rented house? So the doctor was much afraid due to the presence of the snake. Though it had left his rented house, yet the doctor visited the place, children, to take away his thing, because most of the things, children, had been stolen. What was left, it is a humor here, his dirty undergarment, his dirty vest was still hanging there. Now I am going to do long question with you. Now children, the long question: did the doctor find this incident humorous or frightening or both? Give reason. Nice question. The doctor found the incident frightening as well as humorous. It was very frightening because the snake head was only 3 or 4 inches away from his face. Out of fear, he held his breath and sat like a piece of stone and like a statue. He remembered God. The incident was humorous also. Just a few moments before, the doctor had been admiring about his own look, how handsome he would look, how presentable he would look. Okay, so he started looking at his mirror and decided few things, like he would shave daily, he would keep a thin mustache, he would always have a evergreen smile on his face. Okay, so before, the doctor had been admiring his own looks in the mirror, and now the snake was doing the same thing. After the first glance and combing of the hair, the doctor had looked at his reflection in the mirror more closely. Now the snake too, after having seen his reflection in the mirror once, had moved toward it to have a closer look of itself in the mirror. This is the thought of the doctor. Thus the incident seemed to him humorous as well. Question number 2. Is there a similarity between the doctor and the snake? If so, what it is? There is a striking similarity between the doctor and the snake. Both of them were victims of self-adoration. The doctor admits that in those days he was a great admirer of beauty, rather his own beauty, and he believed in making himself look more presentable, more handsome. While taking a close look at his face in the mirror, he took two important decisions that how he would look more handsome. First, he decided that he would shave daily and grow a thin mustache. Secondly, he decided that he would always keep an attractive smile on his face. As soon as the snake looked into the mirror and saw its reflection, it forgot the doctor. It unhooked itself from his arm, crept into the table and moved towards the mirror, perhaps to enjoy its reflection at closer quarter. The snake has been compared to 3 objects. What are these? How are the objects similar to the snake? The snake is compared to 3 objects: a rubber tube, a thick leaden rod, a rod made of molten fire. The writer compares it to a rubber tube when it falls on the ground with a thud. This comparison is apt. What is the meaning of apt, student? Apt means suitable. The snake was not only long like a rubber tube, but because of its elastic and fleshy body, it made a sound like a thud, as if some rubber tube fell on the ground. The writer compares the snake to a leaden rod because it looked like a rod and was very heavy like lead. It began to tighten its grip, and the doctor felt as if his arm was going to break under its weight. The writer compares the snake to a rod made of molten fire. The snake head was very closer to the doctor's face. Its hot breath must be falling on the face, so he was compared as a molten fire. Question number 4, the long question answer. Imagine that you are sitting in a chair and snake falls on your lap. What will you do? So children, if such type of question will come, this is completely based on your imagination, what you will look, what you will do. Okay, so you have to write your own answer, but this type of questions come. The narrator in my next question is, the narrator encounter with the snake changes him in a certain way. How? So this you have to discuss in about 100 words from the lesson The Snake and the Mirror. This came in the board examination also. This is given in the sample paper also. Just before his encounter with the snake, the narrator was proud of his being a young doctor. He thought high of himself. The encounter with the snake made him change his mind. His youthful body was turned at the sight of the snake, which seemed to him the very personification of death. The snake was crushing his left arm. It was causing a severe pain. The snake seemed to him a leaden rod or a rod made of molten fire. Children, it was causing a severe pain. The snake seemed to him like a leaden rod or a rod made of molten fire. It looked as if the life had been drained away from him, but he was helpless. His slight movement might cause him immediate death due to snake bite. Thus all his dream and proud had lost their charm. He was writhing for the kindness of God. The man who had been so proud of himself just a few minutes before, humble and tough, thought of God's help. He felt that he was but a poor, foolish and stupid doctor. The pride in him melted and became humble. What was the doctor's reaction on seeing the snake? Did he try to kill the snake? If not, why? When the doctor returned after his meal at 10 o'clock from a restaurant, he decided to enjoy a rest. Suddenly he heard a thud sound and turned to see it. He saw a snake coil around his left arm. He was so scared that he thought he had been drained of all energy and turned into a stone. He did not make any movement, thinking the snake would strike him. In reality, he was overpowered by the snake. The doctor did not try to kill the snake as long as the snake was on his arms. He sat motionless. When the snake moved on to the table and was looking in the mirror, the doctor had a chance, but he did not kill the snake even then. He was impressed to see a snake admiring its own beauty. In a way, he started praising the presence of God. When the snake had released his body, moved toward the mirror, the doctor felt that it was seeing its reflection. Finding an appropriate chance, he left the room and ran away. Describe the incident that took place in the doctor's room one night. So children, the snake incident I've been describing. Now children, this is important question. Describe the episode concerning the final insult. What was the final insult? Why did the doctor feel himself insulted? The doctor ran out of the room when he was released from the snake's grip. He went to a friend's house, rubbed oil over himself and took a bath. Next morning when he came with some people to find the snake and take his luggage away, he did not find the snake there. Actually, he did not find anything there. Someone had taken away all his things. The room had been cleaned out completely, but the thief left his vest behind. It was dirty and stinky. The thief leaving his vest meant that the other thief had a sense of cleanliness, while the doctor did not have that. That was the final insult that the thief did to the doctor. All his boasting and dreamy life came to a naught. His friend made fun of his would-be his fat wife, who did not, and he did not respond. And children, the most humorous thing, the thief came, he took everything, but he did not took his dirty vest. What part does the mirror play in the story, The Snake and the Mirror? The mirror fascinates both the doctor and the snake. Looking into mirror, the doctor made two important decisions to make himself more handsome by shaving daily and growing a thin mustache, and by keeping a smile all the time. Likewise, the snake feels attractive to look at his face in the mirror. It leaves the doctor's arm and sits on the table in front of the mirror. The doctor finds his opportunity and slowly moves away to save himself. Thus, it is the mirror that plays an important party in the story. It is a central part of the story that makes the story more interesting and humorous. Without the story, will lose its charm and reality. What was the doctor's reaction on seeing the snake? Did he try to kill the snake? If not, why? When the doctor returned after his meal at 10 o'clock from a restaurant, he decided to enjoy a rest. Suddenly, he heard a thud sound and turned to see. He saw a snake coil around his arm. He was so scared that he thought he had been drained of all the energy and turned into a stone. He did not make any movement, thinking the snake would strike him. In reality, he was overpowered by the snake. The doctor did not try to kill the snake as long as the snake was on his arm. He sat motionless when the snake moved onto the table and was looking into the mirror. The doctor had a chance. But he did not kill the snake. Even then, he was impressed to see a snake admiring its own beauty. So, children, in this way, children, the doctor felt that it was seeing his own reflection, and he, finding an appropriate chance, he left the room and ran away to his place. So with this, I conclude my video here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead. Goodbye.